In today's video, I fixed yesterday's video's mistake. And then, we built a teeny tiny firewall. Hey, YouTube! It's a sunny Southern California day, 66 degrees, clear skies. What are we doing today? Well, we're working on the Ranchero still. The pedal assembly, the last video I tacked that plate on, and when I got over to the, I put it in and I made a big boo-boo. No, I didn't put anything upside down, but what I did was I didn't take into consideration that the bolt pattern on the brake booster is different in relationship to the bolt pattern on the pedal, and anyway, I made a mistake. So what we're going to do first thing is we're going to put the pedal assembly back in the car. I cut that little plate off of the pedal assembly that we made yesterday, and I'm going to position that plate where it goes, and then we're going to tack the pedal assembly to that plate while the plate is mounted where it belongs in the car on the firewall. Because like I said, I think I may have said before, I'm wanting to use the existing hole, that large center hole, to index the new master cylinder in relationship to the old and all that kind of stuff, and that'll help. I immediately had alignment issues that I was looking at it and couldn't figure out why am I doing this, and then it dawned on me what I'd done wrong, and we're going to fix that. Long story short, we're going to fix it. So, and then after that, we're going to work on the, we're going to cut a piece of sheet metal. We're going to cut a piece of sheet metal, and we're going to start working on the firewall at that point where all this stuff penetrates. We're going to cut a large sheet, and we're going to kind of dummy it up, mock it up, and then we will start making our penetrations and our mounts and all that kind of stuff, so that what we'll do is when we have the pedal assembly and the brake booster all located, we will be able to cut a section out of the firewall and then tack the new section in, and it should have everything coming through where it should, including the steering column. So that's the plan, that's the goal. So let's get started. All right, now can you see the big difference? I had this top edge level with up here, which was more in keeping where the original offset was for these top bolt holes. Now I may have lost a bolt. There's this little stop here for the clutch pedal. Yeah, it's hard in the way of this bolt, but what you can tell is if you look down center, the pin here is now centered with the hole and therefore the push rod, which that was something that had not it was way off, and I should have caught that the first time around. Right now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cut a piece of sheet metal, some 14 gauge probably, if I can scrounge up a big enough piece, and we're going to make it as our firewall section so we can start cutting all these penetrations and kind of bolt up a dummy, you know, you know, kind of mock it up. So let's see if I can find a piece of 14 gauge. Oh, well, ladies and gentlemen, I have gone out, had dinner, come back, and I think we're just going to leave it at this for now. I like it. I think it turned out pretty okie dokie. It's lining up much better than it did yesterday. I didn't tighten that bolt, or that nut, because it's kind of hard to get to it. We'll tighten it some other day. But yeah, let's take a look underneath here, because the next thing we're going to have to do is line up. So here's the push rod for the brake is right here. It's nice and centered more or less where we need it. Of course, it is way longer than where the original was. What I will probably do is I'm going to weld an extension onto the brake pedal back here so that it lines up where we need it. We'll cut this one off. Yeah, that's probably what we'll do then. The next step after that is we're going to locate where the the steering column penetrates in here somewhere, and then we're going to build a clamp for it, maybe on the outside, I don't know, inside, outside, I don't know which, but we'll build some sort of a clamp for it. And then we're going to have to figure, the thing I'm most frightened of is figuring how to hook up the clutch. Honestly, the clutch is going to be potentially problematic. But I think that looks pretty darn good. Another thing, the weld here, it's a little spattery, but it's a good weld. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. This little, I drug the Lincoln out. This is set up with flux core. You can set it up for MIG if you need to. This is a great little machine, especially for anybody that's just starting out. I drug it out because my big miller is on the other side of the Ranchero, and I didn't want to push the Ranchero out of the way to wheel I just didn't want to do it, so I was lazy. But anyway, yeah. So I think it's looking good. We're a step closer, and on important things, because this is what's going to make the truck drivable. So there you have it. That's it for today. So if you're liking the content, if you like the video a day, if you like, just give it the thumbs up. Leave a comment. Again, Adam, I want to thank you again for the pedal assembly. It's working out great. I think it's amusing that I kind of messed up yesterday's video, but we made our repairs. But that's it for tonight. So again, I'll see you next time. Bye. What are you doing? What are you doing, you silly hound? What are you doing?